Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today's session of education. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better than last time. If you can, just let me know. I think I've got my mic up and working, hopefully. So quickly, just say hi, tell me where you're located. Again, I'm Kelly Walters. If you haven't tuned in to do a session with me yet, Jenna and I are going to start rotating. That way you can get to know me just a little bit more. So because I know very few of you, just tell me where you're from, say hi, that way I can say hello back to you. Our setup is a little bit different today. I won't be cutting anything. I've actually got pre-done artwork. So I'm stepping on my cord, bear with me. Let's see, hello. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a monitor here that I'm kind of looking at that's gonna have the comments. It'll also give me the opportunity to do kind of more of a face-to-face, or let's see, I can get up close and personal and show you the artwork that we're using. And then of course, once we actually apply something, I can show you a little bit closer as well. We can go over some comments. Hi guys, thanks so much for telling me where you're from. I really appreciate it. I like to get to know people as best as possible. So this is going to be great. And then I do have another, so let me show you that. So you can see up close as we heat apply. And then of course you can see the entire setup. If you've watched a couple of the others that I've done, there is a cutter and we go through that. But today it's going to be just a little bit different. So let's just get started. The things that we are going to be using today for decorating are CAD-Printz Perma Twill. If you have never used these, then I'm really excited to be able to show you why you should be using these. Again, this is done in our services. So this is CAD-Printz, and then it is Perma Twill. And what that CAD-Printz means is that it is full color. So you're not paying per color. It's a one-time hit. I'm going to switch my view. So you've got a full color. This is great. A full color design here as I figure out the camera angle. And then we are also going to go a little bit younger, girly. I don't know. I've got several smaller little designs that I have made. So we've got a coffee cup, a couple of diamonds, and then lipstick, and then just a simple, left chest logo. So we're going to be applying on a quarter zip. This is weatherproof, and I'll go over all of these details as well. But let me just show you, what we're going over. That way you can kind of figure out exactly, what we're doing today. So the first item we are going to be pressing on is a quarter zip. Now, the reason why I chose this is because there are still people working from home, and then there are people also transitioning back into the office. So maybe you want to be comfortable at home, but obviously you want to still be put together. This is a great piece to be able to offer to your customers, your clients, and then you can also, customize it in numerous different ways. Now, the second item we're going to be using is this sweatshirt Port & Co. tote bag. I kind of fell in love with this design just because it looks like they took the front of the pocket on a sweatshirt and then just put it on a bag. And I really enjoy unique details like this just because it's a simple tote bag, but it's made to look like a sweatshirt. And then to me, that just kind of sets, your average tote bag apart. With this, we're going to actually be using all of these tiny little CAD-Printz Twill logos to kind of create just a super cute bag. Of course, you can customize this in numerous ways. And I will go over that at the end, because one thing that I love to do is maybe what I'm applying, decoration wise isn't something that you would do or your customer would do, but I at least want to be able to give you various different ways to kind of take that bag and then, spin it into something for your business. So, quick couple things here. This is, again, CAD-Printz Perma Twill. If you're just tuning in, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors if you consider the white. And we are going to be applying this on the left chest of this garment. So with that, it applies at 300 degrees, 20 seconds, and it is medium pressure. So what's the pro of using this over embroidery? Well, when you have a really delicate garment, you don't want to puncture certain things. The other thing is this is pretty big. I either did it at 3.5 or 4 inches. And, on a left chest, I think it could be just a wee bit smaller. This could be a lot of stitches. So the stitch count, you don't have to consider the number of thread colors into the artwork. And then of course, this can be applied onto a hat, a bag, a left chest. You can put it on a jacket. You could easily do something like this. We're going to switch. If you don't want to apply all of these really tiny things, then just make this part of a team store, use your spirit sale, and one logo can go on various different items. Okay, I'm going to scan the comments just really quick to make sure I'm not missing anything. I will definitely tell you the information on the products here in just a little bit. I believe it is Port & Co. And I honestly cannot remember if I got it from S&S or Sanmar. But I know that I got the quarter zip from S&S. So I will give you all of those details. And I will tell you the item number, but of course I went to go look right before I hit the live button and it's not in there. So I will make sure I put that in the comments below. Thank you so much, team at Stahls, for posting the bag. So, all right, let's get applying. I am actually going to take you over to the press. That way you can see me apply the left chest logo. Those of you have probably already applied left chest logos before, so it's not any type of new application, but you can see how I'm going to do it. Okay, so I already have my heat press up and going. We are at 302 currently. And like I said, it's 300 degrees for 20 seconds. Obviously, there is a zipper. We have some ribbing at the neckline, so I will be using a pillow. I'm going to go ahead and just slide this in there. And then now everything is dropped off. I do need to pre-press this. As you can see, there are wrinkles galore on this. So I'm just going to add my cover sheet, sand that up just a little bit. And then I know my pressure is off a little. Let's see. We are at a 1, so we are far from where we need to be. Okay, now we're at medium. Alrighty, those of you that do not know what type of press I'm using, I am using our Hotronics Auto Clam. This is one of my favorites, and it's because it automatically opens. And with the stand, I can actually drop the press so I can see how I need to. I'm 5'4", so I like things that I can definitely look over versus standing on my tippy toes. Alrighty, I am just going to simply, put that on top. Now, if you notice, there isn't a carrier for this. So if you are applying something where the logo is going to move, you can easily use some heat tape and just apply that over. I will actually be using the thermal tape for the other application, and that's because, these things are uber tiny and they will just fall off of whatever. So you also don't need a carrier for this because the logo is so, it's full. There's not any type of cavities. All righty, so let's get this guy applying. Again, it applies for 20 seconds. And then now we wait. So the one thing that's easy about this is you can just set it and forget it. I know it's corny, it's on a commercial, but because it is going to automatically open, I don't have to sit there and watch. Just give it a second. And then now we don't have anything to peel because there's no carrier. So I'm going to take this pillow out and easy breezy, this is done. You can see a box and you could easily sit there and use a couple of different other applications for scorching. But I think if anything, it's just because it really smoothed out the line. But this is so easy to do. You don't have to sit there and hoop anything. You don't have to worry about if you're doing a 3-inch logo on this and a 4-inch logo on that because of the size of the space. With CAD-Printz Perma Twill, there is not a minimum quantity. It is a minimum dollar amount that you have to spend. So the smaller the logo, the more you're going to have, where the larger the logo, the less you have to have. If you're going to be doing a 10x3 logo, you're going to only need, I think, what was it? I think you only need like 5 of them, maybe 4. I did the math and I'll tell you about that here in a minute. Okay, so hopefully you guys like this. Have you used Perma Twill, the CAD-Printz Perma Twill before? Because it is one that I actually really, really like. I think it looks clean. I'm going to set this down. Okay. Now, the fun part. Newbie. Hi, TJ. I'm glad you're a newbie. Welcome tuning in. What kind of Hottronics did you get? Let's see. Oh, okay, Amy. I'm going to show you how thick this is. So this is not like really, really thick. I actually like and appreciate how thin, oh, hold on, here we go, thin this is. So you have movement on the garment. It's not rigid. I'm going to be talking about this one as well. It's just our textured twill. Our textured twill is just a little bit thicker. But as far as movement goes on a softer garment, even if you're putting something on a dry fit, sorry, brain. It's Tuesday, right? It's not Monday. There's a lot of movement in this. I'm trying to figure out how I can show you guys. So if you were to put something, on a youth size garment, obviously that big, that 3.5, 4, that's going to be massive. So that's one thing you would definitely need to consider. But if you're using smaller logos like this, or even a 2-inch, wrong side. Wow. Or something like this, with the cavities and with how short it is, it's going to feel very, very thin. Obviously, if you were to do like a 10x10 logo, yep, it's going to be solid. It's going to be on the back of something and you are going to notice it. TJ, nice. So you're going to have this bad boy and I love it. It's so easy to use. Okay, so let's get applying this sweatshirt bag. I'll hold it up a little bit closer. So one thing, you need some of that coffee. No, I don't need any more coffee. Okay, so let me just briefly show you how cool this bag is. I'm going to turn it to the front so I have more room. Okay, so there's sides. This is maximum opportunity for decoration and adding on as many locations as possible. if there's one thing that you can do to be different and unique, it's always taking a different location, right? It doesn't have to be a crazy material to be different. It could just be something simple as, you know what, I'm going to apply this to X location. I'm checking all of my cameras because I can still hear myself. Okay, so first location, right, is obviously on the front of this pocket. I wouldn't necessarily call it a pocket, but this is definitely something you can completely take advantage of, whether you are going below the bottom, maybe you're going along the seam, or even coming up here along the corner. Maybe you're gonna double whammy this pocket and it's gonna be down here as well as, you know, up here. The other thing that you could also do is, I need a Vanna White today. You can apply here, then you could apply down here. Or if you were taking another logo, you could apply here and then use this corner as well. Now, something you may not, you know, really think of all the time is this location. If you were doing this for a school, or maybe it was some type of event where they were giving bags, something to go get your groceries in, it's a little soft to maybe get groceries, but at this point, why not use any bag that you have? You could put school name here, mascot here, or initials here and last name here. So you can really, really personalize this bag and then even use the back as well. This is also great for any type of screen printed transfers, just because, I mean, this is a sweatshirt. It is definitely fleece lined. So let's get these guys applied. It's going to take me a minute just to figure out where I want to place them. Alrighty, I am using another pillow because we do have a ton of seams. So let's just get that. Now, I am not applying anything to the seams. I'm focusing on the front of the bag today. There we go. Very particular here. Alrighty, so as you can see, we have this little coffee cup. I have a rainbow. I've showed you before the little lipstick. And then, of course, these little diamonds. Now, you could put as many on here or as few as possible. Let's see. Oh, look, that went a lot easier than what I was expecting. And then you can just really make it fun. So in this particular case, I feel like this is very retail. This is something I would see at Target. And then it would be really cute to do some type of script here, happy day or sunshine or sparkles. You know, this is something that I have a 6-year-old daughter, and this is something that I'm picturing she would just absolutely love. But, you know, I also love this bag as well. And it's something that I think would be really fun, whether it's for the pool, running to the gym, you know, throwing an iPad in, not throwing, but you're catching my drift. It's a very, very versatile bag. Now, because I like the location of all of these logos, I'm not going to take a chance and just put the cover sheet over. So I am using the thermal tape. Now, if you've never used this type of tape before, it isn't going to damage the logo, nor is it going to damage the bag. And it can be a little difficult to peel off if you do not leave yourself plenty of room. I have found that I tried to skimp out on some tape before, and then I'm just, you know, fighting, trying to get it off. Doesn't damage the bag. It's just in a production environment, you want to be, you know, as moving as quick as possible. Alrighty, so I am just going to turn this facing you guys rather than keeping it how it was, and then I'll just bring the press down. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm reading the comments really quick. Terry, I can also help you with uploading. Let's see. I can help you upload some artwork. So if I'll just reach out to you after this, if you don't mind, or if you can send me your email to Kelly, Kelly, Walters @stahls.com. I'll definitely walk you through how to upload everything. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Alrighty, so I'm applying the cover sheet. Now, there can be times where you're going to get a little bit of ink lifting up. So just make sure that when you remove your cover sheet that you don't have any excess ink onto the cover sheet and then go to use it, say, maybe to a white garment. So just always be mindful of that. Alrighty, this is going to apply for 20 seconds. Adjusting the pressure again. And we didn't pre-press, so it was counting for 5 seconds for me. So now we're gonna apply for 20. Okay, so I'm actually gonna grab a pattern. So this is a color or a pattern that I had picked out. It's gonna pop. I'm going to switch it back, then I'm going to go over the pattern so you guys can see this. Alrighty, so see, that one's fairly easy. It is definitely hot. Now, if you want to get really, really fun and, you know, go crazy, it would be awesome to have a whole bunch of different patches. That's what I'm calling patches. And then allow your customer to kind of pick and choose and then just completely do a random placement on there. But yet it is patches or twill that they have picked out and personalized themselves. Now, the cool thing is you can upcharge on that because it would be a onesies, or maybe you kind of create different bags for different different customers. Maybe it's not so girly, and maybe you do construction for like a boy's, a boy bag. Maybe you're doing a whole bunch of different cat paws for panthers. Same thing for Mustangs. You could do a whole bunch of different horseshoes and do different sizes. And then now you've created a really, really custom tote bag. Okay, so originally I had in mind doing a pattern and sticking towards the spirit market with this bag. So this was one of the patterns that I had chosen and will be using for another example of using the same bag. But just to show you how you can completely change it for, maybe this isn't your vibe. Maybe you don't do retail. Maybe everything is custom. Pick a pattern. You can either keep it universal or change it per school, change it per sport, whatever. And then you've customized the bag that way. You could still use another pattern and use these fun little, I just keep calling them patches because that's very, very trendy right now. Okay, so I know I got off topic and sometimes I can do that, but again, I like to give you as many ways as possible to take something and really make it yours or brand it the way your business would want to. Okay, so let's go back on these little guys really quick. If you didn't check out or haven't seen our trends on Instagram, we are doing a top 10 trends for women's fashion. And one that we used yesterday was actually denim jacket. Well, I used these same little patchwork designs and put them all over kind of the left side of a jacket. And then we used sim stitch twill on the back. So if you're thinking like, how am I going to use this over and over again? You'd be surprised because little patches like that are everywhere. Jackets, quarter zips, the back, obviously bags, and then of course denim jackets are huge right now, and the trend is customizing denim jackets. So take it back old school because it always comes back around. Alrighty, let's go over the cost of some of these logos. Now, again, like I said earlier, I do not remember if it was a 3.5-inch round or if I went massive and did a 4-inch. Sometimes I go too small on logos, and for that left chest round one, I definitely went big. So just to give you an idea, all right, so 1 inch, a 1x1, so a tiny little square, which was very similar to, I'm getting more of these little twill guys out. Very similar to something like this. It's 22 cents. Okay, and that is from a quantity of 1 to 24. And obviously, the more you order, the lower it gets. So 22 cents for this little guy, and that is in that 24 category. Now, if you were to do a 3-inch round, that's $1.98. So very, very, very inexpensive to get a full color design. You're not puncturing the inside of the garment. So this stays very smooth. You don't have to worry about washability and any type of, crinkling up with embroidery. And of course, on a very soft and movable garment, it's going to move with you versus feeling like it's a crunchy patch. Okay, so again, a 3-inch round is $1.98. Now, we're going to go bigger, right? Because some backpacks, you could use a 4-inch, something like this. We could have easily done, a 4x2 logo. And that's $1.76. So again, we're still under $2 your cost to get something like this created. Maybe you want to do a 10x3 because I did go ahead and price that out. It is $4.20. So you're thinking a 10 by 2, maybe 3 inches. That's the back of something that is a team name on the front. Maybe you don't want to do twill and embroider it. Maybe you don't have the capability to do any type of embroidery in-house. This is your replacement. This is your I can. I hate telling customers when I can't do something, or we can't do it, or it can't be done. And I always like to provide solutions on options of 1, 2, 3, maybe good, better, best. And if you don't do that, then hopefully this gives you the ability to go, hey, you know what? We can either do this or we can do that. And then that provides a solution for your customer that maybe you weren't able to. Okay, so let's go over the blanks. I'm going to switch you back to the front. Maria, how do you order these? So you will actually go to Stahls.com and upload your artwork there. And from there, you will want to go and select the CAD-Printz option. That should be the first option on the left side of the column. And from there, it will walk you through the material you're using, meaning your garment material. And then you will be able to select Perma Twill. I think it's like the 4th or 5th step down. And then upload your dimensions. And if you've already uploaded your artwork, then you should just be able to keep going through. We are more than welcome to help you out with that. And also feel free to call customer service and they will walk you through it as well. Okay. So This guy, right? This is item 151391. Okay, and it is it's a weatherproof garment, so it is a nicer quarter zip, meaning there is a little bit of cashmere in this. It's 95% cotton, 5% cashmere, and it is made in China. But you do have a very, very nice label right here. This is definitely an elevated garment. And if you're wanting somebody, like I said earlier at the very beginning, maybe you want to be comfortable, but you still want to look, business casual. You got sweatpants on or maybe shorts, but then this is what you're rocking on top. But then you could easily wear this transitioning back into the office. The blank price on it is $25.10. So I'm curious, if you were to do a full color logo like this, and with this type of garment, knowing that it is a cotton and cashmere, what could you get by offering this to your customer? Especially knowing that you could repurpose this logo on other garments and maybe a team store or a corporate store. Still a team store, but we'll change it to corporate. So I'm curious, post it below. That way others can kind of see what you're able to, if they're not quite sure how they want to be able to offer, this garment for other people. Okay, so then this one, like I said, you guys, I do not have the cost of this, but I know the link was posted below or up earlier. This is the navy. It is a sweatshirt. This whole mirroring thing is really crazy. Okay, so it is the sweatshirt. You have a lined bag. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different little patch logos down there. I want to say it was between $8 and $12. I could be wrong, but let's just say, let's meet in the middle, right? This is a $10 bag, and you know that you've got maybe $1.50 in logos here. What could you offer something like this, especially if you customized it and added a cute little saying up here or on the side of the bag, or maybe you took it to this. Let's see. Okay, Dimitri, he said that he could offer $40 for that quarter zip. That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that that's what you could offer it, because I feel like the same way with that type of garment. It could easily be in the $40 to $50 range, just depending on obviously quantity and then what type of artwork you're actually putting on it. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about one more CAD-Printz. It's already done, and we're going to switch from twill, but maybe you want something that's a little bit sparkly. This is in our CAD-Printz option, and this is actually our CAD-Printz glitter print. So let me just get a little bit closer. This is, as you can see, it is a full color. It's 3 colors. It's one hit. I'm switching. So there's this option. Oh my gosh. One of these days it'll get a lot easier. I'm blocking the light, so it's changing on me. Okay, so this is our CAD-Printz glitter flake, and this I just love. It's if you do not like weeding glitter flake, oh, okay, you can't see it. It's like I've lost my front. If you do not like weeding glitter flake and you do not want to do multiple layers of glitter flake, keep in mind that this is in the same category as CAD-Printz. It is just a different material. Now, with that being said, when you go to upload your artwork, you can choose glitter print, you can choose perma twill, you can choose texture twill, which is this guy, and it actually has texture into it, and it really mimics embroidery more than twill. But I will say I have a lot of customers that lean more towards the perma twill versus the textured twill, but I cannot wait to show you guys a future what this looks like. This is something you could put on a pillowcase, you could put it on a sweatshirt, you could put it on a home sign. You can get really, really creative. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you got something out of this session. If not, then you know what? Take those images to your customers and just send them out there, because you never know what type of response you're going to get. Again, I'm Kelly Walters, and I appreciate you tuning in today. Thanks. Bye-bye.